Hi everyone, it's Ann. Today we're going to take a look at another new deck, new Oracle deck. Fairly new. It's been out about a month, about 4 weeks or so. It's called What We've Forgotten by Amy Miranda. And it was released last month, last month, February 13th, 2024 to be exact. And I am recording this the second weekend in March 2024. So it's only been out a few weeks. It's in a two-part hard case rectangular box, and the publisher is Rise Books, not one that I'm familiar with. There are a total of 63 cards and a guidebook set by Amy Miranda, and there's a few pictures of the cards. And I can hardly see that. Maybe if I put on my readers. I don't know if I want to read this. Sometimes I just want to dive straight into the cards. What We've Forgotten Oracle cards hold ancient wisdom for modern times. The deck includes 63 cards to offer clear guidance, insight, practice, and direction. Whether this is your first Oracle deck or you've lost count of how many you've collected, What We've Forgotten moves its adventurers through the cosmos of consciousness using images born from artificial and universal intelligence, guiding and reminding us to connect with the deeper wonder and creativity of life. All right, so hard case. There's a thumbhole cutout. Open it up. Blue inside. Here's the guidebook. All right, then guidebook. We'll take a look at that in depth after we look at the cards. Cards underneath. It's blue inside on both the top and the bottom of the deck. Nice box, pretty sturdy. Keep your cards protected if you decide to keep it in the box. Here are the backs. So it looks like what's on the guidebook and on the box. So like a keyhole, key ring, keyhole with a pyramid inside. Very pretty. It is not reversal, of course, but it's an Oracle deck, so it doesn't matter. The sides are not gilded. Cards are matte. Pretty good card stock. Medium, flexible, bendable, pliable, papery versus plasticky. Comparing it to a traditional plaid back tarot card size, it is a lot taller and a lot wider. Comparing it to the Hay House Oracle card, it's taller, but I think it's a smidge skinnier, a hair skinnier than Oracle Hay House card size. All right, so that gives you an idea as far as card size. They are wide and they are long, so a little large for my petite hands, but not too large. They are numbered, so number up top, and then there's one keyword on each card. As you can see, they are borderless, so let's zoom in nice and tight. And these are beautiful from what I saw online. So starting out, we have initiation, wonder, sacred knowledge. So this looks like a library, and I'm assuming it's an Akashic library, but I could be wrong. But I guess it depends on the reading. Since this feels like a spiritual deck, I'm assuming that's the Akashic library. Nature. Nice and bright light, beautiful, very real. Magic. Synchronicity. Portal. The cardinal directions. Hero's Journey, Some of these looks very similar. The last 3 cards look sort of similar. Medicine. Illumination. So this is the same as on the box and guidebook. Cleansing. Power place. Shadow work. So this is a dark figure and this is a lighter gold figure. Interesting. Higher love. The Tao of flow. Star consciousness. Adventure. Crossroads. Interesting. I don't understand how this can be crossroads. Don't get it. Vision quest. Whole self. Intention. Transmutation. Ooh, this is really pretty. Looks cozy. Home and hearth, like a library with a fireplace. Look at the constellation. Very nice room. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? I wish I have a library this huge in my house. Very nice. I love books though. I love cards too, but I do like books too. Alchemist. Transfiguration. Creation. Transformation with the moth. Or dragonfly, my bad. Dragonfly, not moth. Ego. The soul. See, some of these look very similar. Ancient wisdom. The element of air. Unconditional love. Courage. Unity. Principle of correspondence. Prophet. Cycles. Sun. Vibration. Manifestation. Oracle. Control room goals. Divine law. Akashic records. Oh, so I guess the card that was at the beginning that I said could be the Akashic library. Sacred knowledge is the physical real library. Because this is saying Akashic records. They're similar, right? So there's a sacred knowledge with books, like a library, and then there's an Akashic records with books. Very interesting. All right, good to know. So a lot of the cards are like very similar, like a lot of duplicate cards in this deck. It is AI generated because at first glance it is beautiful, and I did have to think twice before ordering because it was beautiful, but yet I wasn't sure I would 100% resonated with it. I didn't realize it was AI at the time. And then I was thinking, will I really use it in a reading? You know, based on the keywords and stuff. So, all right. Keys of creation, ritual, remembering, imagination. See? Another library, but they all kind of different though. Imagination. Well, oh, this is not really a library. It's more like a pottery place. Be nice. Be cool. Have a library room in your house and then the pottery room. But they all look sort of similar. All right, fierce compassion. Is that the same thing as hard love? I'm not sure. Nurturing. Sacred Purpose. See, they all start looking the same. There are 63 cards, but a lot of them look a little too similar for my taste. But they are still pretty. Offerings, Ancestors, Open Doors, Fire. We had air, right? We had element of air, and now it's fire. I wonder, do we have water and earth? Perspective, Conception, Divine Order. Now this looks interesting, very different. He reminds me of Lao Tzu, of the three wise men statue from the Asian culture. I do have those. That's what, for some reason, this reminds me of Lao Tzu. I don't know if it is or not. That's the first thing that popped in my mind when I just saw this card. I don't know what these things are flying around. If it's paper or confetti, leaves. If he's inside or outside, inside. I'm not sure what they are. I guess the guidebook may explain it, or it may not. Gifts. Water. Okay, so we had air, we had fire, we have water. So I'm assuming we have earth somewhere in the big picture. See, they're all very similar. Kind of redundant. The big picture, protection, eternal life. So I only remember water, air, and fire. I don't recall if there's an earth element or not, because sometimes I get engrossed in this and then I forgot where I lose my place and forgot. All right, so eternal life. Here is another look at the backs. All right, guidebook. For air. Contents. The adventure begins. Overview, how to prepare your cards, using the cards, card layout, card messages. About the author and about the artist. The adventure begins. You may have arrived here because you got an invite and have already made the rounds with the book that inspired this oracle deck. Or you may be here because someone thought you enjoy an adventure. And this is perhaps just the start of our journey together. Either way, I'm glad you're here. As we move through this adventure, we're going to visit and honor a lot of magical places and treasures. I've been doing this magic thing pretty exclusively for a long time. And here's the thing about it. It doesn't and can't exist without wonder. Wonder is the space we make in our consciousness to leave room for the possibility of magic. It lives in the being that is you, and inside the places you're about to visit on this adventure. In all this time, I haven't met anyone who couldn't access magic, because as long as you have met wonder, you have danced with magic. I have met lots of people who think it, quote unquote, won't work, or who think they are too broken to receive it. You might even be one of those people. I was. Okay, I'm not going to read more. How to prepare your cards. Using the cards. Card layouts. Heart of the matter layout. Power of 3 layout. So 3 card layout. 5 card layout. So this is called elemental layout. Temple map layout. That's interesting. Like a key. That's very interesting. How cool is that? What brought me into the adventure? What might I need to recalibrate or reset in my own life? How might I need to nurture myself? How can I deepen my spiritual practice? What work might be needed to eject my ego from the driver's seat? What might my soul want to share? What gifts might I explore? And then it goes into the card messages. No picture of the cards. There's about a page right up on each card. And then about the artist, about the author. The artwork began with concepts and sketches through other Amy Miranda's journey work. The work for this deck was created in collaboration by Amy Miranda and Thunderwing. Thunderwing is a Los Angeles-based creative studio integrating a rich design-centered approach to a broad range of projects. With a focus on topography and narrative, Thunderwing cultivates deeply researched, culturally resonant works in film, publishing, art, music, education, and experiences. For what we've forgotten, Amy and Thunderwing decided to integrate the power of generative visual AI. The visual breath assisted the artist to tap into the profound and multiform expression of the vast creative spirit available to humankind. By embracing the new possibilities, they were able to access the timeless truths of spiritual expression. I just want to read that because I was curious in regards to the illustration and how it was created. So I guess it's with human and AI's help. Should we shuffle? Should we shuffle? I guess we should. Clear the deck. Let me put my energy into it for a little bit. Say a quick prayer. Draw my Reiki symbols. All right. So let's shuffle. So overhand shuffle, the cards slide, glide. It feels good. However, because they're long. If you have petite hand, it is a little stretch. You can do it, but it's not the most comfortable. However, if you have larger hands, overhand shuffle is fine. But for petite hands, you can always, of course, shuffle this way, the vertical way as well. And they feel like they would for shuffle, but first let's do it this way, vertically. And then let's see, we can do it horizontally. The deck is too big. I have to make it smaller so that I can grab it. Yes, it will riffle shuffle. Again, for petite hands, it is a little stretch, but it is very doable. So let's pull the card for the collective. What does this deck want to share for the collective viewers? Message for the collective viewers at this time. So this was on top, but it slid out. So I guess it wants to share the big picture with us. All right, so let's zoom in. The big picture. I guess it wants us to look at the big picture. All right, card number 61. All right. The 10,000 foot view. Wow. That's a really big view. The 10,000 foot view is a telescopic lens aimed at your own life. Interesting. If you're a gamer like me, think of it as your free look virtual camera system. If you're not a gamer, imagine it's one of those touristy coin-operated viewfinders. You can use the views to display a different angle of our great experiences. Let's imagine we can zoom out from the place we are now in to see the full layout of your life. Consider that, much like a map, our life and its memories and occurrences are a similar map of space and time. If we can begin to consider our lives like that, imagine that we can zoom in and out of moments. Consider life as a gigantic map of space and time that you can move around on, that you can zoom in or out, like Google Earth, but with energy. Some of us are so zoomed in to the challenge of the moment, we're drowning in the what ifs and what could be's. We get so zoomed in, we practically fall out of our own vessels. This week, try to be conscious of what perspective you're viewing things from. You may need to zoom out or zoom in. When things feel stall, sometimes it's because we're not looking in the right places. Make a practice of remembering to check the 10,000-foot view in your life. Sometimes that's where the breadcrumbs or treasures are hidden. If there's been a roadblock or a pattern of challenges in your life, is there somewhere you might be missing a clue? Is there someone or something you aren't seeing clearly because you're so zoomed in? Where might you need to focus? Okay, so that's the message. You may want to step back and zoom out, look at the 10,000 view of your life, put things in proper perspective, or you may zoom in. So you may need to zoom out or zoom in, or maybe do a little bit of both. Look at the big picture, zoom in, zoom out. That's interesting because when this came out, when I flipped over, and I said it's the big picture, but then I zoom in with the camera, so I zoom in, so I'm thinking maybe we should zoom in. And the guidebook is saying we may need to zoom in or we may need to zoom out. So very interesting. Very interesting. So I hope you guys enjoy that walkthrough. I'm still a little iffy about this deck. Not sure. It is pretty, but it's missing something. It's missing something. Maybe it's missing soul, depth, connection. I'm not 100% sure. It is pretty, but there is something missing. Not sure what. Can't say. Let me know what you guys think. It is pretty though. The cardstock is nice. So, I don't know. I don't know how much I will use it. I don't know how readable it will be. I'm not 100% about the keywords, and a lot of the images are very, very similar. So I was excited. We have 63 cards, but several of them are almost duplicates. So we'll see. Still not a bad purchase, but I don't know. We'll see. All right. For those who are interested or who want to check it out a little bit more, read more about it, look into it, I will put the link in the description underneath the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you again on the next video. Bye.